What episode are we on, Tay?
We are on our 23rd episode.
Woo-hoo. So exciting.
We're just moving on right along.
Moving right along.
In podcast land.
In podcast land. I love it.
Soon we'll be at 50, and then what are we going to do?
We're going to have to really have a big, like, okay, we said for our 20th we're going to have a big celebration, but the 50th, we're going to have to, that might have to be a real big block party type thing.
Right.
Have a big party in the community.
Something crazy got to happen there.
Something real crazy, yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We have a wonderful show set up, guys. We have a cast in the building, so we're going to allow them to introduce themselves and go.
Hey everybody, my name is Courtney Price, and I play Charlie in La Vie Magnifique de Charlie.
Yes. See, I was going to say that.
Tay's been practicing it along. I knew it
because you sounded way better.
Also known as the Charlie movie.
I would have said that part.
All right.
Am I next?
Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley S. Evans, and I play Brandy in the movie.
Awesome.
Hey everybody, my name is Layla Brookings, and I play the character Kayla in the movie.
Hey everybody, my name is Nikki LaShae, and I play Katura, aka Panda Kitty.
Hi everybody, my name is Bobby Hunley. I am the co-writer and director of La Vie Magnifique de Charlie.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. Man, if you guys missed the screening, you missed out. Yeah. We were in the building, and we just had to get them on the show. There was no way around it. We had to get them on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was definitely heart-wrenching. It was amazing. It was so well put together. Right? It was just like
happy, sad.
It was great. Like all around.
It was just
Emotional roller coaster. You crying, then you laughing, and then you're like.
Exactly. So how did the birth of the storyline come about?
Me and Nikki Wade, we just wanted to do something different, quirky, funky, spunky.
Yeah.
Something for black women. And just try to find that little niche that we felt like the audience wasn't getting served in. And, we're both from Seattle, so we got that weirdness to us, that black people from Seattle.
Seattle stand up.
Hey! Y'all. But yes, we just came together and just knocked this out, and I'm so happy about it because, it's this weird little thing that you have in your head, I just want to create this mood, I want to create this vibe.
Right,
we're both huge Prince fans, so let's try to create something a little funky that he would like.
Right.
And see it finally come to fruition now. It's a huge blessing and an honor.
For sure.
Hashtag blessed.
So now, how did you go about choosing the cast? Because you guys put
You
together this
on
amazing.
point.
Thank
I
you.
don't think anyone else could play the roles
Of each person,
like
right?
each person. Like everyone did their role perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
How did you gather all these beautiful women and create this black girl magic? What happened?
It was a bit of an extensive process. It kind of went on for over a span of a few months.
Oh wow!
Me, Nikki, and another collaborator of ours by the name of Kalisha A. Russ. We got together, put out a few casting calls, and met most of these ladies. Layla is a friend of mine. We actually went to school together. She claims that I don't remember. I'm sorry.
That's horrible. I don't know how he claims me.
But every one of these ladies, the rest of them, they auditioned and knocked it out the park, and we knew it was them on first sight.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
I see why.
Right.
Because what we were looking for this film was like, we wanted that carefree essence of that black girl magic, so we needed a certain lightness to come in. And some of the actors came in like, all my life I had to fight. I was like, no, that's not what this movie is about.
Yeah, we need some quirkiness.
Yeah, be quirky, be fun, be light.
Yeah.
So that helped. That helped it make it easier for us to decide.
Yeah, the slave narratives going
Oh
in there.
boy, yeah. It's not running from the nose and everything.
Oh man.
Oh man, Negro spiritual.
They're really giving their
Right. So, with you guys casting, how did you guys even get into the acting?
individually. Like, how did each of you get into the acting role?
You want to start?
I'll start. Hey y'all, it's Courtney.
Hey, Courtney.
So, I was actually referred to Bobby Huntley Films via the unit production manager, Brianna C. Williams.
Hey, Brianna.
She and I actually worked together, and she and I started working together around the same time. So we were just randomly conversing and, you know, just getting to know each other because we were on the same team.
I thought y'all knew each other for years. I didn't know that.
No,
crazy.
Me and Brianna had just moved to Atlanta from Jacksonville, and she had started her position probably 2-3 weeks before I started mine.
Wow.
And so she and I were just getting to know each other, like
Okay,
as we should, because we were both a part of the HR team at the time. And she just like randomly stopped in mid-conversation, was like, "Do you?"
Wasn't in your plan.
I really, right, definitely not mine. All guys. But yeah, so she referred me to Bobby. I called him. He sent me an email with the audition times and all that stuff, and I came through and I auditioned. It was my very first audition.
Look at
So
y'all hear that, listeners?
Take a leak.
It's gonna be right here.
So yeah, it was all God. That's all I
Wow,
can say. Yeah.
that's crazy. And you did an awesome
You
job.
really
Your
did.
first film?
No, this is, you can say this.
You were a natural. You really were a natural. That was great.
Naturally dramatic.
That's good.
It's my turn again. Hi everyone, my name is Ashley S. Evans. I've been modeling here in Atlanta professionally for about 7 years, and people tried to get me to get into acting, and I would always be like, no, my nerves are too bad. I don't think I can do it. And basically after a breakup, I was just like, you know what the heck?
Yeah,
let's go for it. Went to my first acting workshop and fell in love with it.
Wow.
So here I am, 2 years later.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Hey you guys, my name is Layla, and I actually got into acting. I started on a film with Bobby. It's called Herbert and Cleophas and the Unfortunate Chronicles of the Kidnapping of Miss Elephant. Why so long? I don't know.
Bobby is a stickler for long titles.
Yeah, I think for like, all right, definitely.
I was I happened to get on the film because I knew Bobby. I did have to audition, just to put that out there.
Yeah, just because you know the director doesn't mean.
Just because
you still have it still works, so you got to audition.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we put her through the ringer, so yes.
Yes, it did.
See, I think it's worse when you do know the director because they go.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
All the heat on you.
Yes. And it was.
And I got heated, boy.
Okay, well, I first got into acting. I started as like a classical musician. That was like my introduction to the arts, music, and writing. And then when I was 17, Miss Sylvia Fife, she's actually my Facebook friend, so what's up? I had to take some classes to fill up my curriculum, and it was a theater class, and I had to take some more drama stuff. And I did this monologue. I think it was Evelina from like Snow White. I think that's her name or something like that. And then during that semester, and then after that, she was just like, she pulled me aside. She said, "You should seriously consider, pursuing this." And I think that was the one other art that gave me more freedom than music. Mm-hmm. And so I just felt like I was limitless. I was only playing the clarinet at the time, and the guitar and the piano. But like, there's so many other instruments out there, but your body is like this boundless instrument. Mm-hmm. And I found that in acting. And so, like, my major change, I went from, like, physical therapy to, like, drama. So I was a drama major at Georgia State University, and that's how I got my start. Yeah. Go Panthers.
State. So you just took it, like, you just felt like that was right for you.
Yeah,
this is what you were currently doing.
I feel like when you find out what your passion is, there's something that clicks inside of you that you can't really define and you can't really tell yourself. It's something that you feel, that you really connect with. And I call it freedom, to be honest.
And it's something you can't fight at all.
Exactly. You can't
won't
fight.
Be happy until you do it.
I actually tried to get away from it for like 6 months, and I fell into like a depression. You know what I'm saying? When you find something that you connect with and that gives you this platform that makes you feel alive, it makes you come alive.
To find you.
And your passion always makes a way. Then that's what it is. And
that is all facts.
all of it.
And it's so funny because I like when actors and actresses you know, like you get to know the real them,
right?
You know, because on the movie you kind of believe them. You ever seen a movie and that person
and they act completely different?
I'm like, I hate
like, or you'll see like the behind the scenes stuff, and then you'll see them in like their natural element, like in their actual accent or whatever. And
Right.
Like, what?
Like David Kaluuya.
Yes.
Is it David Kaluuya?
Who is that?
Like he and Get Out.
And Get Out.
Guy.
Yes.
You know.
Idris Elba was another one too.
Wait a second.
I saw that video.
Goodness gracious.
Yes.
Right. Like on Different Road, Whitley Gilbert, she that was not her.
Oh yeah. And
yeah.
I have met her, and her energy is
Jasmine Guy,
ridiculous.
yeah.
She's sweet.
Yes, she's amazing.
And she when you like when I watched like I love a Different Road. It's like one of my favorites.
Yes.
But I like went on YouTube, looked at all like the behind the scenes like interviews that she had and stuff like that. It's her personality was so chill and
Yes,
it's
she
just
is.
like,
Completely different from the
I really
Dixie
love
Whitney.
dancing.
Yes.
You know, she was just. But on the show, she plays her role.
Yes,
Like
Yeah.
she'll forever be
Whitney.
Yes.
Yes.
So I feel like you guys did the same thing with your
thank
roles.
you.
Thank you.
Like I see you guys in your roles. Like, so I'm just really excited because I'm like a big fan of the movie. So I'm just like, I'm taking this all.
I just want to tell everybody that I'm not a real sex therapist. Do not follow my DMs. Do not follow my DMs. Okay, that is pretend.
Please do not.
What's up, Couture? No.
Don't
Okay.
those people exercise.
Right.
We do not want to have you end up in the
You gotta watch the movie to see what Courtney's
You
talking
have to
about.
watch the movie to see what I'm talking about.
So what about you? How did you get into directing? Like how did that come about?
I was a very artistic child.
Yes, he is. Oh my God.
Yeah, drawing, painting, singing, writing songs. I wrote my first song when I was 5, produced it, harmony, vocals, all that stuff. Dancing, everything. And
Yo, guys, he choreographed. Yes. No, first of all, he's not lying.
Listen.
He choreographed. He was like, wait,
the moves in the
hip
belly.
movements and everything.
Give me.
I was co-choreographed.
Snapping.
No,
Yes, that's Bobby's move.
Can I tell y'all?
Director /
Can I
choreographer.
just tell y'all? He was legit 2 seconds away from Boom Boom Cat. Like, that's how serious it was. That is how serious it was.
Sometimes you gotta let them know.
Like,
you have a specific way of
and
Such a
you know,
visual person.
and that's the thing. Like he is a true visionary because there are plenty of things that obviously is talent that we may not have understood. You know what I mean? Because we'd be like, well, and he'd be like, I need it for my camera angle. Thank you.
Right.
Did I do it right?
Right. Thanks, guys.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was definitely all about, the vision, and so much manifested when we actually saw the movie, because a lot of people don't know, but we saw the movie, Bobby saw the movie at the same time as you all.
Yes.
Exactly.
So we had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
And
to me, that was nerve-wracking.
I was like, oh my God, I would have been on the edge of my seat.
Okay, so with that being said, what were your true real life reactions like watching?
Oh man.
Okay.
All the hard work.
Okay, we go ahead.
Can I conversation, so this is my first time hearing this.
Without spoiling the movie,
Right.
I had to fight back tears at the very beginning of the movie. It was so hard to see myself like that, and I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot,
definitely had
and
to laugh.
but mostly I cried. I wanted to cry the whole time.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I wanted to cry because so much hard work we did.
To see that.
Exactly, and then to see everything that we
All
worked so
come
hard
together.
for on that big screen.
Yeah.
Man, it was amazing.
It was amazing.
When you're in it, you're in it. You know what I mean? So it's different when you're looking from the outside in. So that's what the premiere allowed us to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we were in the characters, so we didn't realize how funny or maybe even how tragic some of these moments were.
Absolutely.
So there was one scene with me and Courtney, like I said, y'all have to see it, when she was talking about the Kegel exercise and stuff. Just note that when you go to see it, right?
Yes.
So that scene, I think we were all on the floor. I think we were all on the floor. Okay.
And there was so much anxiety because obviously me being the non-seasoned actress, on the team, and being around so many other
That
seasoned
have had
actresses,
experience,
people who have had experience, people that have been on national TV. She been on HBO, she been on TV One, all this stuff, and so being able to see I was able to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was able to mesh so well with these beautiful women. Like, it was so dope. And there were just so many feels because we filmed this so quickly that there were scenes that I completely forgot that I even filmed. So because we were filming, you know, a couple of scenes in a day, and then we would be adding stuff, and then we would be, you know, playing. As Bobby would say, let's play up on that a little more.
Yes, nailed it.
Or I need you to give me a different experience.
You know? But to piggyback on what Courtney said.
Obviously, I have spent a lot of time with this man. So, like, you know, but it's so cool because I truly was able to find so much of myself in Charlie, and to see it on screen as much as I felt it while we were filming, and I had no idea how I even looked on camera, was just absolutely mind-blowing. So, you know, it's just like the anxiety of just like, we were like grabbing onto each other.
Right.
We were holding
And to piggyback on what Courtney said, when y'all were talking about like what our reactions were, we developed like a genuine real life relationship throughout this process. So what people don't realize about acting is that energy, you know, amongst the castmates and from production, director to actors is so palpable through the screen to the audience members. And that's why that's why people were able to laugh, to cry, to be moved, and really take that emotional roller coaster with us, because it was an emotional roller coaster. It was. Really for us on set, because we were going through it as individuals, as talents, and taking our own personal journeys, you know, to really pull these things out of our characters. And so that energy that you guys felt, that was like some real like energy with us.
Like that. It felt like you guys were real friends.
Yeah.
It felt really natural. It didn't feel like, oh, they're putting on, you know.
Right. What's my motivation?
No, seriously. Yeah, it was really cool. Like, definitely really cool to work with these women, because all of us are all on our own, just like Nikki said, our own like personal journeys. And I remember specifically the moment that we all actually like truly meshed, because Bobby had us doing these random rehearsals to these random songs, and he's a guy, so I understand that that's why he thought, because like, you know, it was wonderful exercises, but for us to actually mesh,
we would have had tacos. We would have had tacos. It was like girl.
And it was so crazy because like I do have to explain this moment because it was so beautiful. We all decided to just go to this Korean barbecue. Bobby was late to rehearsal, rightfully so, because he was trying to lock down a location for the next day, because we had an early call time and everything that day. I specifically remember this night. Layla had these bomb fried potatoes. We were like,
where'd you get that from?
Did you come from? And so we're sitting in Nikki's car, and then I think Ashley was handling some business, so we text her, let her know, just come around the corner. And we were all waiting for our food, just chilling, waiting on our food. And Nikki was texting, and she was, you know, dealing, you know, with her business. All of us were just separately doing our own thing. And then when we got our food, and we were sitting there and we were talking, like just in random conversation. Ashley was barely involved in the conversation. She was too busy enjoying her tacos. I remember that. But, you know, but like the rest of it, like all of us were just like genuinely engaged in each other.
It was some genuine girlfriend stuff, for real. You know,
girlfriend stuff.
What we would normally do.
Right. You know, it was just so beautiful to just be able to have that moment and to remember that moment that we actually like meshed together as friends, and it was able to blossom beautifully on screen. So
awesome job. Filming, what was you guys' favorite scene? You have a favorite
individually, everyone's favorite scene.
Let's start with Layla. You want to start?
I gotta think about my favorite scene.
Who has a favorite scene? Go ahead.
I have a couple of few scenes.
A couple of
few. I'm sorry. I have I would say I love Kai and Priya.
They were so amazing.
They did an awesome job too.
Yeah, when I met them in the studio, I immediately fell in love with both of them.
Have they acted before?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They book all the time.
Oh, yeah?
They are professional.
See them on the scene because of course, I never saw any of their scenes. That was my first time seeing them, and it was just, it was beautiful.
They really
super professional, both of them.
Yeah. Favorite scenes.
I guess without giving away, you know.
Okay. My favorite scene was with young Julio. Oh yeah, Young Julio. So that was like, look, y'all. Let me tell y'all how talented these kids are, though. Right. Crazy. Yeah. So just to watch these kids just really come into their element, and really they don't even have to try so hard. I mean, you have, when you're a kid, you're like fearless. Yeah, exactly. You have no anxieties about anything, and so my favorite that scene consisted of it was Katura, Layla, Kayla.
Yeah, and Charlie.
Man, I always get you and the character confused. Because their names are so close. And Charlie, and then it was little Julio. And let's just say Charlie and Julio were at odds. And that's it.
It was real funny.
He really did a good job.
Okay, so I have two favorite scenes. One of my favorite scenes is the sex toy scene.
Yeah. That was great.
So
look at that intrigued you right there.
That was hilarious. Yeah, you should have seen all of us when he actually brought the huge bag. Yeah.
Whose toys were those? By the way.
Nah, son.
So there was that
FAQs.
And then my second favorite scene was my scene with Panda Kitty.
Oh my gosh.
Those were probably my two.
That was super funny.
Both were hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I'd have to say
we had a big crew. We had a
We did have a big crew. We
had a big crew.
I would have to say my favorite scene was when they were in the restaurant and they were kind of like,
oh
yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
That's where you really got to see everybody's personalities, I think, in the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, you really got to see our individual personalities as characters and how cohesive we were as friends, you know, in the movies. So, yeah.
That movie, like, I can't stop choosing. That was
I guess
you having flashbacks of certain scenes.
I'm just like, I want to see it right now.
Picturing everyone's favorite scene.
Mine
What about you?
Mine would be definitely the performance scene at the end.
Oh yeah. Because
that was such a huge weighted moment. That's when everything comes together. That's when Charlie finally faces her fears. That's when you see her friends come to her and help her through that moment, and it opens doors for her. So, you know, since the day one of writing that scene and thinking about it, I was like, okay, we have to make this.
That is why he was so into the
Yes.
He wanted to make sure it was perfect.
And everything came together. Like, that was professional. Like, that can really be out there and do well. Like, I don't see anyone who would be like, I didn't like it. Like, why? What did you not like? This was amazing, you know?
Right.
It was an amazing movie. It really was. Now, okay, so, you know, in Indie High, we're all about everybody on their grind, doing what you're passionate about. And so sometimes that takes sacrifice. Sometimes that takes a financial burden. So I heard you guys mention after the premiere, you know, that you guys are working with no budget. Like, so can you talk to all the people? Because a lot of our listeners are aspiring to be things, you know, including directors and stuff.
yeah, we can have the whole show about that one question.
Yes, honey.
How did everyone deal with, you know, those financial obstacles? And then you still brought out this magic, but how did, you know, what did you go through?
I'll let y'all go first.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay.
She is her character.
So, okay, this line came to me in a dream. Your passion will always make a way for you.
Yeah.
Your passion will always make a way for you. So, like, I'm sure he gets inboxes on, yo, how did you do that with no budget? I'm an aspiring director. I get inboxes on, you know, how do you do a resume? I'm trying to act, yada, yada, yada. Your passion will start having you navigate ways to answer the question for you. So it all starts with an intention, right? I'm sure Bobby was like, I'm going to make this film. I have to make this film. This is it. Bobby spoke to us with so much passion about this project. This is it. That's what he was saying. This is it. This is the big one. So but he pursued it with that much drive and oomph. You know what I mean? So when you put that much energy behind it and people start feeling that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Now, the road is never easy with things like this, but there's a common goal that we all want this to happen. And so it starts with that core energy, and then you start attracting those like energies. And what was it, like 60 people up on that stage? I'm sure it was more than that. It was 60 people on the stage, but when you see them credits, when you see those credits, I mean, it was a full crew, full cast, and it took all these little components to make it happen. And what that was a shared passion. That's how you get something great with no budget. A shared spirit of
Yeah,
greatness.
well,
Amen, church.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's
Yes.
real. That's real.
That is.
Okay, I'm done.
And just to piggyback off of what Nikki LaShae is saying, like, it was such a beautiful experience because everyone was just excited to do something different, and which is why I made it a point at the end of the premiere to make sure that I stated that, as far as I'm concerned, speaking for myself, the film was not about me. The film was not about anybody on that stage. It was about the message that was trying to be given out, and what we truly wanted people to walk away with. And what I personally wanted people to walk away with is that we're trying to stimulate sisterhood here. We're trying to defy the stereotypes that women can't work together, or that that women of color can't work together, that black women can't be friends without calling each other every name but a child of God. It was all about the message, and we were all so sincere in that message. And Bobby was such an amazing visionary. He had the vision. We didn't always know the method to his madness. At the end of the day, we did truly become a family. And there's no project that I have ever deemed as dope or classic or great that hasn't faced some type of adversity. And we were all willing to make those sacrifices because of the message and because of the goal that we had with the film. So at the end of the day, the sacrifices we were willing to make those unapologetically, for sure.
I think just for me, see, these ladies are so deep. I'm like, damn. I'm over here with Bobby. But,
What they said.
But I mean, it's like when we embarked upon this, we had an investor, and then less than a week before we were scheduled to film, the investor suddenly backed out.
Wow.
And we could have put everything on hold and just waited, but I was like, the ladies have been waiting, they're ready, everybody's waiting and ready. I cannot let them down no matter what. So there were a lot of sacrifices made, of course. I had to miss a few meals, lost about 25 pounds, but I'm still here. But I knew this was bigger than my sacrifices, and my dad said, you can't pray and worry at the same time. So literally, the night before, I would have no idea how I was going to feed these people, how I prayed about it, and I just left it all to God, and He carried us through each and every time.
That's not a story. I don't know. What is.
That's so powerful.
No, but that we go through that.
That's what we go through it.
All the time. It's just like God always continues to open doors, and He works it out. Just like you said, your passion makes a way.
Yes.
All the time.
Your gifts will make room for you.
Oh, yes.
Man,
You hear that, listeners? That's
Yeah, we having
so
creative church.
Yes. But no, that's important to realize, because I feel like a lot of people are scared to leap into what they're meant to do for those reasons. They let obstacles stop them. And I always tell people, including myself, you're your biggest obstacle.
Yes, always.
No one is stopping you from doing anything.
Yes.
You stop yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got it. When you have an excuse, then that's you.
Yes.
That's no one else.
You have to make the crucial decision very early on. I'm going to enjoy every step of this journey. I'm going to enjoy every obstacle, every no. Just like, this is the part of the process, and this is what will make my story bigger, better, and greater when people read about me after I'm gone.
Right.
Completely agree. In the middle of my vision board, I have it says, "Get out of your own way."
Yes.
Yes.
That's the only thing that stops you.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, people get so comfortable in so many different things in our lives, and at the end of the day, time is gonna pass, and so is your dream.
Absolutely.
And the reason why a lot of people don't make that jump is because they don't know their own power and they don't know their own worth.
Exactly.
And your power is held in the fact that nobody else has your journey but you.
Exactly.
You are the only one. It is tailored specifically to your DNA, to your spirit, to your soul. That is where your power lies. So getting out of your own way and being uncomfortable, being willing to learn so that you can get to the next level is so important in this process. And this is coming from somebody who's just starting out, so I can only imagine the deepness that my seasoned sisters over here got.
She's so silly. No, but okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be quiet for like 90 seconds.
I promise. So, okay, y'all, I don't know if y'all ever heard this guy named E.T. is a motivational speaker, but he has this one line that a lot of people are familiar with, and he says, you have got to want to succeed more or better than you want to breathe. And I think that's the ultimate, like, question and statement that you have to really, like, think about anybody when it comes to sacrifice, right? If this is something that you really want, something that really makes you come alive, it doesn't really feel like sacrifice. Losing sleep, maybe making a financial sacrifice, not eating at the fine dining restaurants, it doesn't feel like sacrifice. It feels like, yo, I'm progressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is dope. Like, because you can get that, you can always get that stuff later.
True.
But how much time do I have to take advantage of my dream in this very moment right now with what I have? It's never going to be the perfect time, right? But how bad do you really want it? Is this your passion? You know what I'm saying? Or are you doing it because it's a socially cool thing? You know what I'm saying? So that's it. 90 seconds starting. Okay?
Like I said, this is, talk at will. Like, I love it. But I strongly believe people should follow their passions. People feel like you're like what are those people called, fortune teller? I don't know. Because I always can predict their life. But I'm just like, it's not like you have a complicated life. You're just not doing what you're meant to do.
Right? Yeah, man, you're in tune. That's what that is.
And when you do what you're meant to do, all the doors will open.
Yes, things get out. Shut the door. Okay.
And I always get those calls back. Like, how did you know this? Because you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Come on. My leg is shaking. I gotta get out of here. I can't.
I love it. That's what Indie High is about. So we love to hear stories like this because that, for our listeners, is everything. And we love to get the feedback from our listeners. They're like, you had that guest on and they said that really spoke to me. We get those emails all the time.
And those comments, and it's just
that's what art's about. That's art.
Preach. We love that.
We are the communicators. We're the master communicators.
Definitely. So with you guys gave me obstacles and everything like that when it came to the creating the movie with no budget. How we always talk about support. Like I said earlier, like we want to create just a big support system, so we can all begin to support each other and just continue to grow and grow and grow. So how important is support to you guys?
Oh my God, you got some good questions.
Oh my God. You guys being independent actors, you're not signed to any one agencies or anything, and you being an independent filmmaker, like how important is support? We want people to understand how important support is.
On my end, mentorship is a huge factor in my life. I have a few mentors, but one by the name of Chet A. Brewster of
Shout out
One Entertainment. He lets me come in and take advantage of his whole office and studio. Like, I need to grab your camera. I'll be back in a week. Or he's just no questions asked. He's just always just been open for whatever I need. And in this industry, I'm sad to find out that not a lot of people are like that with younger people coming into it.
Right.
So I'm hugely blessed that he's a part of my life, and I look up to him and I tell him every day how much I appreciate him.
Yeah, but that's essential.
Yeah.
You got to have someone to look up to and guide you into the right direction.
So mentorship, find a mentor, ask questions. You can't do this by yourself.
Absolutely. Anybody else support?
Support.
I mean, support just means the world because of the message, again, you know what I mean, that we're trying to get out. So support means everything because we are doing something very different.
Right.
The message is very different. And the message is different, and I don't think I would be giving anything away if I said this, but the message is different because this is about women and sisterhood and being friends as women of color, and there is no male at the forefront. There is no male in the middle, that is causing any type of problems or any type of issues between us as women and as women of color. So that differentiates it so much. And so support is so important for us because we are independent. We did do this with little to no money. We did do this on a prayer, you know, and we did this off of true faith, passion, and support of Bobby's vision. So that's why support is so important, regardless of whether, you know, any of us are signed or anything. Like, we did this passion project because of the message.
Absolutely.
And because it was different, and because we're truly giving the industry, and more importantly, we're giving people in general, and our people in general, something to look up to, something to look at, and something to be proud of.
Right.
Exactly.
And not drama filled.
Exactly, because I hate to say it, but right now on TV, all you see is black women fighting each other. They're cursing each other out. They're fighting over men. You know, this is really petty on TV right now. I'm sorry, but I have a niece, and I don't want her to see me on TV fighting and pulling somebody's hair.
That solidifies it. That makes it okay. You know?
Especially when you're a little too old to be doing that.
Hello.
A lot of them are.
For real.
Yeah. So support, and exactly, I agree with what Ashley said, because what it does is it puts a different energy out there, and everything exists as an energy, right? So art to me is a very spiritual experience. It is parallel with art is parallel to spirituality for me. And so when you talk about supporting the arts, there have been like so many studies about how arts have positively impacted students. I used to be a dance instructor, and I used to teach like inner city kids, like right off was an Usher, white middle, you know, inner city, like off of Hollywell and things like that. And you see like a lot of these children who don't have the opportunity to express themselves or to be nurtured in an emotional way because of whatever's going on in their, you know, in their homes. And art allows you, to me, it's a very therapeutic thing. I know that's what it did for me. It was very healing element. It was very therapeutic. So when you have, I think people gravitate toward that, and it manifests as support. You know what I'm saying? That's on a deeper level, but on a surface level, we have got to support the projects that we want to see. You know, on a surface level, we can't really complain if we're not really putting any action behind it. So if we're talking about, oh, I'm tired of seeing a No Shade, but if we're tired of seeing like Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives, then what is the counter to that?
Exactly.
What are you supporting? What is the opposite energy that you are supporting, so that we can amplify that energy and really show people that, hey, you know, we are such a people of color are not just one thing. We are every woman. We are every man. We have life experiences. We are scientists. We are, you know, artists. We are women of STEM. You know, we have long hair that is ours. Like we have all these different things. Like we are just as varied and diversified, you know, than you give us credit for. And I think that that's what this movie and Bobby being so creative really, really puts out there. You know, with the whole I don't know if you could say 80s vibe or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, but support of this film would give maybe the big guys in Hollywood permission to say, hey, it's a moneymaker.
And
you know what I'm saying?
It starts a movement.
Yeah, and it will start a movement. But because green is the only thing that matters. But if you don't like support us, then we can't give you that.
Exactly.
You know. So.
And I'm glad that Courtney brought that up, because that's one of the things I'm really happy about. We were able to successfully tell this story without there being an element of, your man ain't this, or your man cheating, and my man, and you know, there is a scene that kind of showcases that kind of a moment, but it's so isolated. You're almost like, whoa, because you've been in a whole world where it didn't exist. So it's almost like, whoa, it almost feels like a different movie, and that's why we designed it that way, so that people can see what it's like to be in a world without it, and then all of a sudden be thrown into a world that's in it, and how jarring that is.
Because we have our own things, existence, that we have our own individual issues and whatever.
Frankly, you know? As a dude, I'm tired of movies telling us that we ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's constantly. No.
I'm just playing.
Gender wars. But, so that's one of the things I'm definitely proud of, that we were able to do that. You know, I'm sure people will pick up on it. You know. I'm just kidding. How dare you?
I'm just kidding, but for real.
On some real though.
Right. Oh my God.
I love it. I can't say that. Mine sitting right over in the corner. Hey, boo.
Hey, husband.
I have to shout him out.
We always love when people do that. Shout out to
legit. He was my and is my biggest supporter. And this is the man that I plan on marrying and spending the rest of my life with.
Hey.
Ain't no plan, it is.
That's right.
But I mean, just to let y'all know, like, it's so important. And for me to have a life partner, I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful because I was working a 9 to 5 at the time. So I was working from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then we had rehearsals a couple of times a week. And then I was filming for 12 hours, maybe more on the weekends. So, you know, he would be at work. He would leave at 4 o'clock in the morning. He would be texting me at 5:30. You up? You got an early call time today. It's going to take you about 30 minutes to get downtown. You good? You up?
Wow.
You know, like he checks on me, make sure that I'm good. Like, it's so important. So I always have to shout out.
Yes, Black love.
But that's support. That's there's different levels of support, and we need it.
And that's definitely one that has to happen.
Yes, and so for anyone to ask me what support means to me, that is what support means to me. He was just there, and he's, you know, he's not in the arts, but he's a lover of the arts.
Right.
And so to have that support through all of my obstacles and my challenges and my victories, is just it's vital. It's vital to the career.
Well, I just want to say, since we shouting out boos,
Yeah.
since we shouting out boos for support, I just want to shout out my boo, Jason Spears, for supporting me and everything that I've done.
Hey, Jason.
That's good, Jason. Thanks, Jason. Anybody else got booze?
I want to shout out my nephew. What's up, Nathan Leland? You always got me. Our birthdays are one day apart. I love you. I miss you. My auntie is coming back to see you, honey. Hold it down in Mississippi.
Anybody got any more support?
I ain't got no more booze.
Bobby, how many ladies been following your DMs since this movie dropped?
Tell them.
Shit goes down.
We know it going down in the deal.
Right. Bobby, I want to be in your next movie.
Come on, man.
We have always done this to him too. You see what? Well, this is our relationship dynamic. So.
Also, so I'm pretty sure y'all had some really fun behind the scenes.
It's like a family for like ups, downs, lefts, rights. Yeah.
Everyone's being thrown in.
Yeah.
Me and her go at it all the time, but it's like.
But then it's like, so what's up? You hungry?
Right.
Our friendship is so solid.
I'm so sick of you.
Right.
What you want to eat?
Exactly.
Whatever.
I'm about to come pick you up.
You
bro.
eat your
Are you gonna be here in 10 minutes still?
right. So you good? Like your attitude over?
Right.
Alright.
Exactly.
I love that. But that's the beauty of friendship. Like,
Right.
you got. If we're friends, I have to be able to keep it real with you.
Right, exactly.
That is true. Yeah.
That is true.
And that's the thing, you know, too, is that as women of color and as like we have become friends, it was so beautiful to not only become friends with these women, but to be able to be transparent in my journey with them, and for them to feel the same exact frequencies and vibes from me was just beautiful, and that helped the film even more. So it's just, again, on and off camera, we good. Like, so.
That's beautiful because that's something that could be for life. You guys have kids, your kids are gonna play together. Like that's so dope. And that all is from this amazing moment that was created from an idea.
Right.
I love seeing ideas come to life. As a songwriter, when I go through the first process of writing a song, and then I hear the artist sing it, and then the full production behind it, it's just like, oh, it's so.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. Songwriter as well.
Yes.
Let me after this.
But so that being said, I always like to ask these real life questions. Okay, now if you could do what you love the rest of your life, like you were granted access to do whatever you wanted the rest of your life.
The genie came to you out of the box.
Hey,
you can do whatever you want.
what would you guys do individually? What would each of you like? Do what you love. It could be
Acting.
anything.
Okay,
It could be more than one thing. It could be anything.
It's acting, and I'll tell you why. Because it's the one thing that I can be anything.
Nice.
You get what I'm saying? Like I love to sing, but I can't sing, and I'm just at all. You know what I'm saying? but
I just heard you sing
I've
a little
heard.
something.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. No.
Oh my gosh. She lying, y'all.
She got some too.
Well, I'm not confident enough.
I'll have you have to do.
Right? Right, but acting allows me to be anything unapologetically, and I can do that no matter how old I am. See, when I was dancing, you know, my knees are already acting up now. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was bound to my body.
Yeah.
Acting, I feel boundless. I feel really free, and I feel like nobody will judge me because I'm telling stories, and I'm telling stories of people who may be too afraid to tell theirs, and maybe people who aren't even here anymore. So, and I believe that. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Great answer with the backup story.
Yeah.
If I could do any two things, it would probably be because acting. It wouldn't just stop at acting. I like to draw. I draw too, so I would probably paint.
So you drew that?
Yeah, I drew the triangle.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. The fan art. Yes.
Oh,
She
that's
drew it.
dope.
She drew it.
She's a really good
painting and drawing, acting.
Hey.
So I would have to say, I mean, just after this one experience, especially with this being my first feature film, definitely acting. I am an artist in so many different forms, so I would just always make sure that I have a creative platform to inspire. That's my biggest thing. I'm a huge self-love advocate, a huge anti-bullying advocate as well. So just being able to create a platform where I can express my love for the arts and tell stories, as Nikki LaShae stated, you know, just through all of the arts and teach each other. I feel like so many of our ancestors went to the grave without informing us, without giving us vital information. And I don't want to carry that. That is a curse that I want to break. I am over being meek and mild. I'm ready to yell. I'm ready to scream. I'm ready to get the truth out, and I'm ready to get this love out so that each one teach one, because it truly does take a village, and it's going to take a village for us to continue to put ourselves in valuable positions so that we can move forward in the best way possible.
Come through.
Yes.
For me, I would continue doing what I'm doing, which is directing. I feel with films, it's one of the mediums where it's the medium where all of the mediums come together. I can, you know, paint each frame like a painting, and, you know, bring elements of music in there. Like I co-wrote Charlie's theme that she sang at the end, so I was really happy to be able to bring that in. So music, drawing, everything comes together with film. So I can't imagine doing anything else.
Oh, that's lovely.
Because with my ADD, I be everywhere.
I feel like that's how you know you're a true artist.
I like edit with my guitar,
That creativity,
my bass in my hand. I'm like
that is me.
all over the
I
place.
be all over the place, Lord.
And last but not least, I would also like to act. And just like Courtney and Nikki said, you know, I feel that acting would create a platform. And basically that platform would allow me to reach out to the youth. Because right now I feel that our youth is in a state, it's like they don't care about anything, you know? Like they don't really have any role models. They don't have anybody on TV a lot. There's a few, but there's not a lot. There's not a lot of role models for the kids and the younger generation to look up to. So I feel that, you know, this movie and me being an actress and acting for the rest of my life and creating that platform and being that positive role model, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
That's an important question.
The thing about it is, go ahead.
I was gonna say that was an important question. That's a real question, because I really want to say real quick is that a lot of people they come into this industry with a veil, you know, thinking that oh, I like the title, oh, red carpet. There's so much that goes into this. It is a real craft, and what it is, it's real draining. I call actors like master manipulators, because we literally reach down to the depths of our souls, and we rip off bandages, and we reach down and pull up emotions that could be potentially we literally are playing with our own emotions. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing that for you. You know what I'm saying? To really heal you and tell your story. And so when you come into this, like, you have to understand the responsibility, as Ashley said, that you have when you're telling people's story. Take it seriously, because you're literally telling somebody's story.
Exactly.
I forgot there was no question. I got so passionate.
It's so important, because it's no secret that Charlie's sister passes away in the film, and for me to channel a lot, I had to channel a lot of my emotions from my father's passing. My father passed away in 2011. A lot of my emotion was channeled, and I don't like going there. I do not, but due to the role and due to my attachment to the role and due to the fact that I was allowed so much creative direction over Charlie's character, that was a place that I had to go. Like, that was the place that I truly had to go to reach out, because I felt that. Like, I truly did. And something else that I want to say is that a message that I really want to get out is that mental health matters. So much. Like, y'all don't understand, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional, Lord, but these babies is leaving this earth like they can come back. And it's just like so heart-wrenching, because for you to really just feel like you have no purpose whatsoever, and it took me a long time to go on this whole self-love, self-discovery journey. So when I see these young people that have so much life, you know, in them, and they can't find that life, you know what I mean? It's so disheartening. So, you know, being able to have that platform that I think all of us have agreed that we all want to have, you know, mental health truly does matter, because Charlie's mental health suffers greatly in the film. So, like, that's something else that I wanted to make sure that people walk away with, is that mental health matters. If you care about somebody, text them real quick.
Say something.
Text them real quick.
Talk.
You know what I mean?
Not promised.
Because, you know, and it's not. And everybody deserves to have the opportunity to be transparent with themselves and walk in their truth. Everybody deserves a chance to find their power. Everybody deserves a chance to explore and journey, because that's what we're here for. We're here to journey, we're here to create, and we are here to love. So, you know, that's another message that I really want, you know, people to take away from it. But I'm just grateful for the platform that we do have, and that, you know, I just truly feel like this project was created for all of us. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
So imagine, so with that healing element that she just said, how she was able to reach down and touch an uncomfortable place for her. That's the strength of an actor to me. You know what I'm saying? That's you don't know how many people in the audience left with some kind of healing or some kind of realization that, hey, wow, I really need to face this. You know what I'm saying? And imagine if we had more projects like this. Imagine it would overwhelm, you know, the need to the escapism that's happening right now, where people they're not finding life in themselves, so they're trying to search for it in other people and other things, and it's not serving them, and it is creating mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? And it's killing us spiritually and physically. You know, so
look, y'all better speak on it. I just got a lot of words. Maybe put that organ in here.
We're gonna start singing hymnals.
Y'all pulling all the words out of my mouth.
We don't gotta pull them.
Oh, we felt it. We feel it. We feel
Let me
it.
catch my breath real quick. No, but seriously, everything.
Y'all just spoke life to me, to the audience.
That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do.
Yes.
Man, so, you know, obviously, if you haven't seen the movie, where can they stream it, or where can they see it, Bobby?
Just please stay tuned to thecharliemovie.net. We will be announcing upcoming screenings, and we plan to tour the film in different cities throughout this summer and fall. So thecharliemovie.net, and also The Charlie Movie on all social media platforms.
Oh man. Now I know y'all listening, y'all want to see this, so I suggest that you follow his directions.
Yes.
So you can keep in the know on when you can check the movie out, or when they're coming to your city.
Yes. And please reach out to us. Demand that we bring The Charlie Movie to you, and say that publicly, so all that your friends and your family can see that. So we'll come if it's demanded, you know.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
It has been an absolute pleasure. As I knew the hour would fly by. I didn't want it to go.
Already?
It's enough. Let's just go for a double.
I edit this, so I mean. But I want to just encourage each and every one of you to stay on your journey, because we appreciate you for speaking life into our audience and our listeners. But on top of that, you guys are meant for greatness. You guys are meant to touch lives and to inspire other people, especially Black women. And it's needed. Like that is, every episode I talk about this because I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
So you guys speaking live today just means everything to me. But do not stop.
No.
You know, once the money does come, because it will come.
We're gonna go harder.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
Don't let that detour the mission.
More
because
never.
Right now, you know, it's when people first start out, they're hungry.
Yeah.
So they see the realness. You know what I mean? But then once the glitz and glams comes, and it's like, oh, I forgot where I came from. You know,
Right.
you start acting different, but don't ever
forget those
because you guys are preaching today.
Thank
Okay?
you.
And I wish like it was like 1 million people and they just heard everything you guys said on the spot. Like it touched lives. Like I already know.
Over here silent.
Right, and I know I'm going to listen to this podcast over and over and over again. Like I just really appreciate you guys. So do not stop what you're doing. You guys are you are beautiful black women. You guys are amazing.
Energy is everything.
Your energy is
Yes.
amazing. Keep on your journey. You put all this together. Keep on you're inspiring young men. Like my young cousins just walked in here. Like they need to see someone. They need to see someone like you. You know who's putting this together and trying to put a positive message out there instead of. You know, like, oh, let me smack her on the booty, let me do this, let me do that. Like, you're trying to create.
Like you created this.
You know, you put all this together.
Bless you,
for these women.
So we appreciate that. We just want to sincerely say that from the bottom of our heart.
Yes.
And because each of you are individuals, please give us your social media individually so everybody can follow you guys and continue to receive this beautiful light you guys are sharing.
First of all, before we do that, can we just say thank y'all? Like, thank you guys for being very, like, just in tune with yourselves enough to want us to come on here and talk. Thank you for being very receptive to our film. Thank you for coming out and supporting our film as independent artists. Thank you for wanting us to have a platform, and thank you for encouraging us because it means the world. When you talk about support and we feed off of that like food. It's nourishment to our souls, and we need that to keep going because we get depleted too. So we thank you.
Oh,
you know.
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Oh, you guys definitely. Man, y'all about to have me in here.
Let me not cry. Oh my God. Come on, tears. Stay back.
Estrogen. But yo, I just gotta say something. So it's true. Like this whole room full of black women, it legit smell like coconut oil.
Coconut oil and
shea butter
and gold dust.
Unicorns ain't got nothing on this girl magic, baby.
Nothing, baby. Nothing. Get you some.
Yes. Well, my social media is Nikki LaShae. So NikkieLashae. You can find me on Instagram. So NikkieLashae.com on Instagram. It's Nikki LaShae on Snapchat and Facebook, Nikki LaShae. So really, if you just type in my name in Google, it'll all come up. It's hard to remember. Nikki LaShae.
Right. Hey, my social media would be I don't know what that was. SLIMGOODEEE. It's Slim Goody, and it's on Instagram.
Slim Goody.
Yes.
Okay, my social media, I'm Ashley S. Evans. It's going to be Ashley S. Evans on everything. Instagram, Ashley S. Evans. Facebook, Ashley S. Evans.
Yes.
Hey y'all, it's Courtney. I can be found Courtney Price on everything. For those of y'all who do not know how to spell my name, it is KORTNEE. Last name is Price. And
Y'all
I'm
better
found
know how to spell
everywhere.
Price.
Right. Yes. Spell the name correctly. Price going down. Yes.
Hi, this is Bobby.
Oh, radio voice.
Barry White.
Barry White Jr.
Barry White.
AKA.
B Huntley Films, BHUNTLEY on the Instagram and the stuff. And Bobby Huntley Films on Facebook and such. And again, to see more information, get more information, thecharliemovie.net and The Charlie Movie on all social media platforms.
Oh, and don't forget to hashtag The Charlie Movie.
Hashtag The Charlie
Hashtag The Charlie Movie.
Yes.
We need all the hashtags.
And we'll be releasing more clips and different things from the movie, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Y'all better remember B. Huntley.
And Panda Kenny will be signing ping pong balls.
Panda Kenny!
Y'all gotta see
See the movie to know what that means.
You gotta see the movie.
Charlie will be signing red bags.
Yes. Bring your red purse. What's Brandy gonna sign though?
Brandy
gonna
no,
sign his dress.
no. You know what Brandy gonna sign?
What?
The bag of tricks. Brandy's gonna sign the bag of tricks.
And then
Kayla gonna sign hair combs and hot combs.
she gonna sign suckers.
She gonna sign
Yeah. Marketing.
Bring your hair tools.
Andy with the suckers. Andy with the suckers.
Every 5 minutes.
Well, again, we want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
For taking the time out to come and chat with us and inspire our listeners. I definitely know that everyone listening was inspired in some way, form, or fashion, including myself, including Donna.
Oh, definitely.
You know, so we definitely appreciate you guys for coming out, and thank you for creating this film, positive film, putting positive energy out into the world about us Black women.
Shout out to Nikki Wade.
Yes.
Yes.
So Tate, how can people follow Indie High?
Well, all you have to do is our Instagram is Indie High Radio, INDIEHIGHR, the number 8 DIO. That's for Instagram and Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, Indie High Radio LLC. Make sure to like the page, or you can go to our website, One Stop Shop, www.indiehighradio.com. You can check out our podcast, merchandise, up and coming events, YouTube channel, all of that.
So yes, we appreciate all of our listeners. Make sure you're subscribing on iTunes and Google Play.
Yes, please.
Tell a friend.
Hey.
Say that. And we appreciate Playback Sounds for the facilities, and we always appreciate the owner Luce for hooking everything up for us.
Shout out to the sponsors.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone and everything. This has been another great episode of Indie High Radio.
It just keeps getting better and better.
It does. So you always want to make sure you tune in next time. This is your girl Donna LJ signing out.
And it's the girl Tate.
Bye. Let's wave bye to everybody.
Bye-bye. That was a great episode.
Thank you guys for tuning in so much.
We gotta take pictures.
Yes.